been invited here to discuss my passion for motorcycle racing, really. We've got all kinds of industries speaking before me, a lot more in depth about manufacturing and environmental reasons, all the rest of it. But I've been hosting the FAM Awards for this will be my 4th year now, for the gala to present all the world champions their medals, which is an amazing honour for me, and it's beautiful to be in Brussels. I didn't realise that my bike here would be in a museum so early. But yeah, this is the Yamaha TY50. I had the big boys one. I had the TY80 in 1990. That was incredible. I remember I got it for Christmas, and I remember just walking out, and it was in the back garden. My mum's boyfriend had a motorcycle, and he introduced me to it because I was a young boy playing the piano. And I got quite a lot of criticism at school for playing the piano. It wasn't quite manly enough. And when I went back to school and I said I'd got a TY80 motorcycle, I'd literally got 50 new friends in the day, so I was really happy. It really is a thing of beauty, because this motorcycle, or very similar motorcycle to what I had, started my life that I have now. And what went from a hobby turned into a profession, and everything I own in life is started with this motorcycle, and learning the skills, obviously, of trials first, the balance and the control and the clutch control and the braking with trials riding was a real amazing kind of bedding to kind of learn other skills after motocross and circuit racing. So to see now TY50 or TY80 now, it's really emotional. The 916 Ducati is the catalyst of what a racing motorcycle should be in a production form. When everybody saw the 916 for the first time, it was so different from the 851 and the 888, its predecessors. And when I was a teenager in the early mid-90s, when this bike came out, Carl Fogarty was riding and winning the World Championships on this very motorcycle. It just elevated my interest in wanting to be a World Superbike champion. When this bike came out, compared to the YZF 750 and the GSXR 750 Suzuki and all of its competitors, it was just such a standout motorcycle. And this is where, for me, Ducati started to build race bikes first and also sold them on the road, and it's just iconic. Well, we've just come from the 916, and just the natural beauty of that bike speaks for itself, and it still looks young now. That's how good it was, wasn't it? But when you look at a fully fledged MotoGP bike, look at the wings on the front that you have here for the downforce, and all of the wings down at the lower ground to keep the brakes cool, and the ground effect where this kind of comes out here when the bike's leant over. And then you've got the ride height device where it squats to get the maximum drive, traction control, anti-wheelie, you name it. The technology that is under this fairing on all MotoGP bikes, but this Aprilia, it's quite incredible on how far it's come. But still, the concept of the 916 V engine to this V4 Aprilia combustion engine, similar chassis, swinging arm, the concept is surprisingly the same. I think electronically and aerodynamically, it's really come on. But the nuts and bolts to it, literally, are not too dissimilar. I think I was the last person to win the Superbike Championship with no electronics, no traction control, when it was just being developed. Literally the year after me, Ducati really upped the game on the traction control, and then it was pretty impossible to not win a race without it. So when you race without electronics and no traction control with over 200 brake horsepower, you have to work at it. And the wheel spinning sideways and wheeling, it is really physical and really exciting. So I feel really fortunate that I raced in that period when we were sideways everywhere. Okay. But the bikes are so good now. The speed that you can go around the track, and 226 miles an hour, this thing. I mean, I think my fastest was 212. It doesn't sound much different, but those extra 15 miles an hour, over 200 miles an hour is pretty exciting. And the most enjoyment I ever got from a motorcycle was going as fast as possible. So I missed those 15 miles an hour.